Here we are. Welcome to the fourth last weekly rotation for the year 2023. I'm flabbergasted at how quickly the year has gone by, but also at the same time not surprised, given that every year goes faster the older you get. So this week I didn't wear that many samples. I wore on, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember, my decant of Rochas Moustache 1949. So this is like the eau de toilette of the moustache. And I've mentioned it before, it's not even similar to the more popular, more well-known on social media moustache eau de parfum. This moustache is in the Dior Eau Sauvage ballpark. So it's always an enjoyable wear. I do find that the lemon opening in this one it feels a little bit more synthetic compared to the more natural lemon citruses of Dior's Eau Sauvage. But otherwise, it's a perfectly lovely perfume, and I'll link to my review of it. The other samples I tried this week was all about Escentric Molecules, particularly these Molecule Plus perfumes, Isoe Super, plus a mandarin, plus a patchouli, plus an iris. I enjoyed mandarin. I really, really enjoyed the iris, the most surprising, and it's so far based on my first week of sampling this line, the iris is a clear winner. And I have to admit, the patchouli has been a bit of a disappointment given how big a patchouli fan I am. I just don't find there's enough going on with this one, and I'm not sure also how much the Isoe Super is a factor with how these perfumes how I'm reacting to them, because the Molecule 01, the original Molecule 01, I'm an osmic too. I can't smell it when I spray it on my skin. I'm not sure how much other people can smell. But the interesting thing is, I'm not sure how much the molecule is playing a part in how well this iris is working for me and how poorly the patchouli is working for me. So it could be doing either. So it's just a matter of I'm lucky with the iris and the mandarin to a lesser extent, but not so much with the patchouli. The rest of the week, let's start off on Monday. Basically, the rest of the week I stuck to my bottles. On Monday, probably not going to be wearing this again for a while, given it's summer, and it is quite a difficult wear in the summer when it gets hot. My beloved 1740 Marquis de Sade by Histoires de Parfums. On Tuesday, I went with another beloved. This is, it is an amber perfume, but at the same time, it's not an amber perfume in the more traditional sense, I guess. When you think about amber perfumes and you think about stuff like Ombre Sultan, even something like L'air du Desaméricain by Andy Tower, Ombre Russe by Parfum d'Empire. Yes, there is an amber accord in there, but it's kind of more buried deep in amongst the bigger ambergris accord, as opposed to your traditional labdanum, benzoin, vanilla sort of amber. This amber here, combined with boozy accords. Again, I always say this: the boozy notes here are supposed to be vodka and champagne, and yes, I get this general sense of alcohol, liquor, but not specifically to my nose do I smell a champagne accord or a vodka accord. But whatever it is, to me, it's magical. The sum of its parts is completely magical. Ombre Russe has been a long-time love. Wednesday, just, I can always rely on this to be good for me. It smells great, clean. Boy from Chanel, from the Les Exclusives. Then on Thursday, 2 perfumes. I've mentioned this one in my previous video about being one of my most worn perfumes for the whole year. Bel Ami by Hermes, one of the... It's really interesting. A lot of people automatically will think of Bel Ami and think of it as a leather perfume, and I never think of this as a leather perfume. The leather accord is there, but I don't know, maybe it could be just this particular version. The leather is kind of background music, really, because to me this is all about the citruses and the spices in the opening, and it's along the same lines as my next scent of the day for Thursday, which is Le Troisième Homme by Caron, third man, if you like, or number 3. This again to me there's no leather in this one. What similarities these 2 perfumes share is that they have both a really mouth-watering citrus opening. One of the best bergamot notes I have smelled. Then spices and herbs kick in with the Bel Ami, whereas Le Troisième Homme is all about the clove. Clove dominates in terms of spice. So if you're not a fan of clove, you may not like this. There is also a whisper of lavender running through this one as well. And when they get down to the base, great moss dry downs, great renditions of Chypre in their own particular style. On Friday, my favorite basil note in all the perfumes that I own. It's in 1962 by Florist London, sadly discontinued, and fans of things like Tom Ford's Italian Cypress, and people also talk about this in the same breath as vintage Polo Green by Ralph Lauren. I have not smelled that vintage of Polo Green, or in fact, I don't think I've smelled any version of Polo Green at least for years and years, so I don't really know. But I love this perfume. I also happen to love, for some reason, I'm enamored of the label on this perfume. Maybe it's the combination of the color of the juice, and the whole packaging, just really speaks to me. Yesterday was Saturday. It was a miserable weather. I started off with Au Noir by Dior, my green goblin of a bottle, and I eventually had to shower again because this was going to stay on my skin all day if I didn't. And I then went with my most warm perfume of 2023, Egoist by Chanel. Just beautiful, beautiful sandalwood, beautiful rose. There's a great carnation note in here, along with other warm spices. I know there is cinnamon in that perfume, but it doesn't dominate. Like if you read a lot of reviews about Egoist, and I'm not sure if it's the very current version that's like this. A lot of people talk about it being cinnamon dominant, but in this particular bottle, I don't really get that. So here we are. It's Sunday, 10th of December. I wore this morning my other spicy masterpiece by Jean-Claude Helena. This is the original Cartier Déclaration, the EDT version. I am very curious to try the Parfum, I think it is, which is more recent. A lot of people love that perfume, so I've just been lazy about trying it. As for my final perfume wear for this week, one that I have not worn in months, and that is Patrick by Fragrances of Ireland, my second favourite fougere ever behind Sartorial, although they're very, very different. This is actually literally quite ferny and green, and has a great mossy dry down. And for an eau de cologne concentration, this appears to last ages on me. And like, I don't care about overspraying because I'm not going to be choking anyone out except for myself. Very, very good. All right. Well, that's another week down. I hope you're all well. Let me know what you guys have been wearing as usual. Much love to everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.